As this bill was coming to the floor, I did a little more research. It caps the number of jobs that can be put in the tax-free zone, so to speak, at 10,000 jobs. That's not a very big number. There's 7.5 million private sector jobs in New York State. So what we're saying is we have this big, supposedly bold proposal. Cuomo said it was the boldest thing ever done in economic development, which is a stretch because it is 10,000 jobs on top of the 7.5 million that we have in the private sector is 1/10 of 1%. So Cuomo sent his cabinet and he went all around the state touting this tax-free New York, now called Startup New York, and all it is going to do, best case scenario, after putting all that effort into it, is going to increase the number of private sector jobs by 1/10 of 1%. That is not bold. That is the definition of timid. And imagine what those resources could have gone on to. That effort, selling this silly, gimmicky, crony capitalism project, we could have put it into, let's come up with some ideas for reducing spending, which will allow us to reduce taxes. Let's figure out how we can reduce the regulatory burden and the oppressive bureaucracy that sits on top of every New York business. The tax-free New York or Startup New York deals with commercial real estate, and I had a press conference a week ago at a commercial real estate facility. Two brothers invested their life savings. They took an old mill, an old Industrial Revolution mill that was the centerpiece of the village of Wappinger Falls. It was condemned. It was not on the tax rolls. They rehabbed it. They have 22 businesses in there. They have some vacancies. They're doing everything right. They're suffering under the oppressive burden of New York taxes and regulation. They have a project they'd like to do to expand. They can't get the DEC after 10 years to get off their duff and deal with it. And Startup New York does nothing for them except give some competition up the road. We have many colleges in Dutchess County, Marist College, Vassar College, Bard College. We have a community college. It gives him competition because why would you go and pay your taxes at this gentleman's facility when you can possibly go up the road and pay no taxes up there? So it is a terrible, terrible idea. It passed the Assembly. I hope it doesn't pass the Senate. I'm not holding my breath that it's going to have some kind of profound economic impact. It's at best going to increase the number of private sector jobs by 1/10 of 1%.